After the tube is stuffed into a hole, it becomes square when it comes out. What happened in the hole at that moment? If you do not want the square tube, you can also change the mold into a spiral, so that the round tube into the spiral tube, which is the famous cold drawing process. Cold drawing is actually a kind of cold processing, that is, in the normal temperature stage. Mainly with the force of the roll of forced metal plastic processing, the horizontal tension extends the length of the metal, and the vertical pressure reduces the cross-sectional area of the metal. The friction between the metal and the die removes the oxide from the metal surface. You know, as early as 300 years ago, our country has fully mastered such a violent shaping process. Tianlong Open Things, the 10th volume recorded, where the needle first hung for the iron bar. With an iron ruler, a cone into a line, I pull through a line of iron into a line, inch by inch cut for the needle. First hammer the iron into a thin iron bar, then drill a small hole in another iron ruler, and then pull the iron bar out of the hole. Pull into wire, and finally inch by inch cut wire. Complete the production of fine needle. With the development of the times, cold drawing technology is becoming more and more mature, and its application field is becoming wider and wider. For example, in the automotive industry, we often say that the front-wheel drive, used in the middle of a core component transmission, shaft is made of cold-drawn process. Because it does not involve high temperature, the crystal growth of the metal will be limited, and this fine crystal structure can increase the strength and hardness of the metal. Of course, in addition to cold drawing, the common metal production process, and hot drawing and warm drawing. Hot drawing, as the name implies, is to first heat the metal at high temperature to a specific temperature and then drawing forming. Heated metals have a tighter internal structure, higher toughness and plasticity because the crystals are more refined. It is often used to draw tungsten, molybdenum, and other metals with high melting point. Warm drawing is above room temperature and below recrystallization temperature. This warm processing will make the metal in the work hardening at the same time. There is a recovery or recrystallization, softening process. Therefore, compared with cold drawing, the material produced by warm drawing is more plastic. It is often used to draw high-speed steel wire, bearing steel wire, and other alloy tools which are difficult to deformation.